All right, guys, this is going to be a little quick video on week 9, one transition. As you can see, we're going to start off with Shane. He's behind the barrels there, the white barrel, and he's taking some shots through that no shoot to some metal targets behind it. Then he's got to go across the range from left to right, and he's going up range a little bit. It's not really good in the video to see on the bottom. There you can see where it's kind of going back away from the berm a little bit. Not a whole lot, maybe like 3 feet off center maybe. But we did get a couple cautions for breaking the 180. It's kind of a little bit of a 180 trap. So I made this video basically for the guys on the squad because we did get called out on it. But we're just going to run through and watch these guys, us, how we did. So you can see Shane does a good job of holding that gun out this time around. He's shooting 2 long rifles. So you can see how it's kind of, he lets go of it with his weak hand. He's left-handed. And kind of keeps it downrange and does a really good job. Up in here, the 180 is actually right on the other back end of this barrel. So he kind of drags it up and doesn't pass the 180 when he's going in. So he did a really good job on his first run, I thought. Here's Tony. Tony also does a really good job, extra good job really, because he kind of never really kind of straightens up until about right there. He's really overcautious in my opinion, but he does a really good job. Keeps the gun pointed downrange, and when he comes up, make sure that he doesn't swing it past the 180 when he's going in between those 2 barrels. So also a good job in my opinion. Here's Shane's second run, and this one is the one where we got out. He comes off, starts doing a good job like he did before, and then right here he's thinking about reloading instead of earlier his transition. I don't believe he reloaded there, so he just comes across and goes right up and doesn't have to worry about it. But over here he's got to reload in between these 2 stations, and I think that's what really got him. So on the top view you can really see right here, that gun right there is probably right at the 180, and then when you can see him looking down at his mag, and right there he curls his wrist over just a little bit, and that really breaks it. He kind of got lucky because Matt's not in a great position to see it, but he was pretty sure about it, and it's broke all the way to there until he gets in the box, and I think he goes back there. You can see where he pulls his hips around a little bit. He kind of gets back into the safe area, but really from here to here, I think he's broke all the way, because in his mind, he's running a straight line, and he thinks that line is the 180, and he's actually going the wrong way. So he got away with one there. Zanny does a good job. He's looking forward, but he's got his hand on that forward barrel and aiming it down. Does a good job there. Slows down a little bit when he comes up. You can kind of see where he pulls up a little bit because he knows he's close to that 180. The white barrel's there on the top. There's actually a line showing you where the 180 is. We had quite a bit of discussion about it before we started our runs. So that was a good job. He was pretty cautious right there. Here's my run with the 22. I pulled the butt off my shoulder and run down with it, downrange, and pull it back up, mindful of the 180 when I get there. Not too bad. And John's run, same thing. You can see he's going right for the mag change, and I think that's where him and Shane got into trouble. Now his is nowhere near as bad as Shane's. I mean, breaking the 180 is breaking the 180. But once again, right after he kind of rolls out from that first box and comes over, he's running a straight line to the other box, and I think your mind kind of gets tricked that you're running along with the 180 instead of up range. And you can kind of see right when he puts the mag in, I think he's I don't know, that one right there is pretty close on the top. You can kind of see, but right here, when he's up, he might. And the reason I think it does, because when he gets up to the barrel, you can kind of see when he gets up to the white barrel, you can see that the barrel of his gun kind of goes back downrange a little bit, which tells me that he was kind of off. So he may or may not have been. That one's super close call. And once again, the nature of the course, Matt's not in a great position to see it either. You can kind of see him trying to look, the RO back there, you can kind of see him trying to look to see about the angle of the gun, but kind of tough. So when you do have these stages where these little 180 traps are in there, you really got to be mindful. And like I said, it really looks to me like the thing that got these two guys into trouble was the reload. Deciding to do the reload right there. And where's Shane at? Right here. You saw Shane do a really good job of it his first run, but he also didn't do a mag change right there. And everyone, including Shane, that didn't do a mag change between those two was fine. So just kind of be muzzle aware when you're running these courses, and if you have a little 180 trap, just be ultra aware of it. Shane really got away with one, and I think John was really close. I mean, it really could have depended. Dale, if you're watching, you know you would have called both of them. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys a heads up, and we'll see you next week.